Hey guys, today I want to talk about two pleasant surprises I'm finding out about. One I've been watching in the news recently, and one I found out by checking my Social Security page. You have your own page that you can go on, and you can see on there what you've paid into Social Security. Which when I went on there, I happened to find out a lot of stuff. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about the big colas that may be coming real soon, and those are the two surprises I want to talk about. But I want to talk about this thing that I discovered. Okay, I haven't gone onto my Social Security page in a while, and I pay taxes back home, and I also pay taxes here in the Philippines. But even though you pay taxes in the Philippines, you also have to file and report those back in the U.S. so that they know. And what they do is they do take out some taxes. I want you to be aware of that because they've been taking it out of me, and I still pay in the Philippines. The taxes you pay back home are going to be your self-employment tax if you're employed over here as a YouTuber or whatever. You run your own business or whatever. You have to file taxes over here and have to have an accountant file that. And it's pretty easy to do. They also will register your business. They'll take care of everything. They'll register you with the BIR. And don't call me with any questions about this here. Contact an attorney here or contact an accountant. An accountant will do almost everything you need to do over here. You really don't need an attorney to register your business, but you should have an attorney just to sit down and talk with and make sure you're doing everything right and you're comfortable, and they'll give you a couple of tips. It doesn't cost much for an attorney over here like it does back in the US, guys. It's very small. So be sure that you talk to an attorney and you talk to your accountant about that. But here's the thing: when I filed my taxes in both countries, and when I went on to my Social Security page, what happened was I found out that, because I didn't know that they were taking out for Social Security, I never really asked them. I just signed my taxes and sent them in, and that's it. Because I tell them what's going on, and they take all the information. They say sign the paper, and I mail it in with any money I owe or whatever, and boom, that's it. So I did that, and I owed them a small amount of taxes or whatever. And then when I went on to my page, my Social Security page, what happened was, guess what? I had wages on there, and that means that those wages are going to count towards Social Security up until I'm 62 or 65 or 67 or 70 or whenever I take it. And what's going to happen is, with that going in there, I'm actually still paying into Social Security, so I won't have all those zeros on there, which is really, really good, because nobody wants to have a bunch of zeros on their Social Security for, 7 years or 10 years. And I have a lot of zeros because I worked in a municipality, but I also worked part-time, so it filled in some of those gaps, and I was able to get those 40 quarters and stuff like that. So I'm really lucky. But also I have the windfall elimination tax, which means that they'll take probably a third of that away or whatever it is. It's somewhere around there, I believe it is. But it's good to know that I will have some money coming from Social Security, and I will have extra money coming now because of the fact that I'm paying Social Security taxes still, even though I'm still paying my taxes over here. And my taxes over here are lower when you file with the Philippines. And there is a tax treaty between the two countries, guys. So you only have to pay taxes in one country as far as like your regular federal income taxes. If you have to, either you can pay it here or there. But when you file in the U.S., you just report it because you're already paying your taxes over here as far as your income taxes. And over there, you're going to pay your Social Security taxes, your Medicare taxes, and things like that back home. At least that's what I've seen from paying my taxes back home, because I still had to report it, but I didn't pay any regular income taxes. I had to pay the other taxes, the self-employment tax for the Social Security. I guess they take that out for the Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, all that. But anyway, I was really happy to be able to report that to you guys, because a lot of guys have been, hitting me up saying, how does that work? And now I know. So, and we live and learn over here, and we can pass that information along to you, which is great information. But also, guys, a lot of guys are writing to me saying, hey, Steve, the government passed a law saying you can't own a business. It has to be a Filipino working for your business, blah, blah, blah. That's not totally true. If you come over here on a retirement visa, you can work. Okay, I want to make that crystal clear that you can work over here. You just have to file properly and file all the proper papers, and you can work over here. Okay, so just make sure you file everything properly and you'll be all set. Otherwise, you'll have a bunch of expats coming after you saying, oh, this guy's not legally filed, blah, blah, blah. And it's usually the expats that cause all the problems for you, believe it or not, over here, especially for vloggers and things like that. They really want to go after you and try to get you. It's kind of sickening that it's like that, because if we all worked together as one and helped each other instead of attacked each other, our retirement world over here would be 10 times better than what it is, because a lot of the guys over here, it is like probably like that 10%, I would say, they're of the mentality of like they want to play the people that turn people in for things and stuff like that, and they don't know everything. And some of the laws over here are kind of glitchy. And you know, if you know anything about the Philippines and the Philippine laws here, as far as starting a business or working or starting a charity over here, which some of the guys have gotten in trouble for over here, you got to be careful, and you need to sit down and talk with an attorney. Don't go listen to some vlogger out there, even including me. I tell people, if you're going to start a business, get an accountant, get an attorney, sit down and talk with those people. Don't listen to me, because you know what, your situation might be different than my situation. But you know, I went in and I spoke with an accountant. I spoke with an attorney. I know, so I could learn all that stuff. But please don't send me questions on this. Go talk to your own attorney or your own accountant, because I'm not going to field those comments or calls for stuff like that, because I just don't do it, because each person is different. And if you're on the SRRV retirement account, you're going to be better off, because you have more rights over here as a resident here versus as coming in here as a tourist or something like that. Because as a tourist, guess what? You're not supposed to be working. And there are guys in here that are working. I think they I'm not sure how they do it. I'm sure they sat down and talked with an attorney to do it right, but they do it. Okay, so you know, there are ways around things. Of course, if you get an attorney, they figure things out for you and they make it happen. And a lot of guys over here, they think of ways that they can try to get people back or whatever over here. And if you're not legal, guess what? They're going to nail you to the cross over here. So you got to be careful with that. But here's the other thing, guys, I want to talk about is COLA raises. COLA raises are really going to be really big this year. They're going to be huge, in fact. And I think we're going to get anywhere from 8% all the way up to 11%. I just want to go into that a little bit. That's going to be huge. And when we, like meaning me, when I go to file for Social Security, guess what? It's going to be huge. I'll be able to, you know, have more than what it says online, because it'll be 10% added to that or whatever it is. And the year after, maybe it'll be another 7% or 5% or what have you. But that's a huge amount, and it's a big help to us. So those COLA raises, and for the people that are collecting already, that's going to add to that. So we're expecting those big COLA raises, and also that will help with VA benefits for the guys over here on VA benefits also. And it also helps with the municipal pensions that people have too. But anyway, guys, God bless. Take care.